It's just as I thought. Humans are so interesting.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ryuk's Apple Podcast. How are we doing tonight, my boys?
We're doing scrumpadooches.
I was doing fine, bro. I was chilling until we had to wait 24 minutes for XP to get the fuck in here and say like
And then
what he
he
wanted
was
to
in
say
here.
and do.
Nah, cause I'm the only problem, right? Not like you guys spent 20 minutes deciding on a topic, bro.
We
And
was
then, like,
wait on
yeah.
you to decide.
We're
on
in
it.
hell.
No one said at any point we were waiting on me
We were asking you
until
questions.
it was too late.
Cause we thought as soon as you jump in here, we thought you knew the way. It's like, all right, are you ready or not? But man, it's like, hey,
What is
Halo
Played
Infinite
that
Spider-Man whipping and nipping.
Ew.
It's not called whipping and nipping.
That's the point, bro. Ain't no way that's the part that was like, how dare you?
All
I
right,
guess-
well,
yeah.
I mean, you heard it here first, folks. So
You got
for today's episode, there's actually quite a few things to talk about. With the first being, I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently recently there was a ban on all social media in Australia for kids 16 and under. And I kind of wanted to talk about this because I do feel like there are some
Understand.
things that, I think are worth talking about, actually. But I know Chili had something he wanted to say, so Chili, if you want to start us off.
Yeah, sure. So I think this is actually like a really good idea because I feel like kids like 16 and below are in like that mental where their brain are still developing and all that shit, and really is like they can be shaped by anything, by anyone or anything they probably consuming. Like if it comes like TV, any kind of media, when it comes to like TVs, books, it's like then you got like, especially this generation where it's like smartphone shit is like really like up there in terms of like kids consuming that shit. So social media can really just fuck a kid up, like, and it could be either like being cyberbullied or whatever content they're consuming, or just
Mind
like
rot.
Twitter. Yeah, it's just a bunch of my rot that's consistent inside fucking media as a whole, especially like on Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like you do not want to be on Twitter, like, because if you just you can't have one opinion, and if it's not with the majority, bro, you're fucked. Like you can easily get bullied off the internet, and worst case scenario,
place to talk about actual topics. People are just there just to argue anyway.
exactly, they're not really trying to have a conversation for real, or just they're just trying to like, oh, you think differently, oh fuck you, and then they're gonna have everybody else say fuck you, and then you're gonna be in a fucking deep depression mood, and worst case scenario,
and then people are gonna argue on your threads.
Exactly, bro. Just a bunch of fucking death threats for no reason, especially with
Yeah.
like, I don't know why it's so fucking, I don't know, man. It's like I never really liked that part of social media, especially with the death threats, because people be actually just leaving social media altogether because of just things like that. It's like, why would I be on the internet if I'm over here like, oh, I can just say, oh, Shadow the Hedgehog is the worst nigga in the world than all the Shadow niggas, and probably some other niggas gonna fucking jump the fuck out of me. I'm like, well,
Yeah, no, I
Honestly.
think the worst part of Twitter nowadays is that because you can make money off of posts, everybody is just engagement farming. And they're just posting either stuff that's already been posted before, like not original content, or they'll just post stuff that's super controversial and sometimes just not even true, just to bait people to comment on it or say something like on the post so that they make money. And it's like,
that
you
is
just-
funny.
There's plenty of bots that be in the comments too.
yeah, oh my
I mean-
God, the bots,
oh,
bro.
bruh.
You never know who's real and who isn't. I swear.
No,
90% of my followers are thought robots, thought bots.
yeah. Yes, bro. The thought bots. Oh my
yes,
God.
bro. It's like I had like a thought bot follow me. I was like, oh.
It's like, all right, I'm
Bro,
not
they're
clicking the
just-
link.
They're
I'll take the
everywhere.
follow.
Yeah, I'll take the
I gotta
follow.
ask.
Just delete.
It's either the thought bots or it's like the graphic designer fucking bots.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
the graphic designer people. They're
Uh,
annoying.
Yeah.
they are all over Twitter and Twitch too. Like, bro,
They pop up
the
in the stream.
they
Hey,
got
you want to check out
yeah.
my art? I'm
They
like,
got the
no,
bots.
Yeah.
They got bots in the chat saying they're not bots, bro. Like, what is this?
right?
Trust, bro. Believe me, bro.
Yeah,
Ask the
believe
bot
me,
for
bro.
9
And then they be
months.
using like the in phone emojis, like, bruh.
They follow until they notice you're not going like go check out their page, and then they unfollow back.
You'd be like, can you add me on Discord? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I remember I
I
had to tell a
started streaming
homie
recently and I
They be
got
trying
one
to
of them.
pop up in my whisper too.
that ass, bro. Like for sure.
nah, yeah,
What?
it's crazy.
Had to like stop a friend of mine. It's like, bro, that's a bot. Do not ask them for art. He's like, really? It's like, yes, nigga. Do not talk to them anymore.
Bro, and like,
Oh,
I don't know if you guys see on Twitter, but bro, every time there'll be like a Twitter post that's like, kind of popping, bro, there's always that one sometimes more than one girl in the comments promoting her OnlyFans, bruh. And
Like
it's
I
just
also like Sonic and then just
yeah,
leave it.
yeah, like oh my god,
Oh yeah, and
bro.
then I'll put like their link right there. Oh yeah, follow me at or come check out my cam show at.
They'd be like,
damn.
And
This
then
is
it
actual
just
thing, huh?
it's just like a picture
it
of
is.
them
Yeah, man.
No, it's a
with
thing.
in their titties or they were shaking their ass or something like, and it's just like, bro,
And they'll do plenty of engagement farming with it. It works
yeah,
too. People
I
click on it.
guess it's just so like
Australia's trying to
shameless,
shield the children.
Mm.
trying to shield the children.
Especially
Yeah.
This is why I
Honestly,
could leave it
I'm
to
a
you.
like,
mixture. I can see both
I mean,
sides.
okay. Shield the children, sure, but also, bruh, like,
but
not even just
also
Twitter, TikTok, bro. Like, TikTok,
TikTok, I don't.
there, bruh,
Yeah.
there are so
But
many
see,
just girls on
uh,
there, basically, like, making
growing
mini
up, we
porn,
had
bruh.
plenty of sites, especially in school, that we weren't allowed to visit while we were kind of in the school area on the Wi-Fi thing. Obviously, I mean, because they monitored what we could look at, but it's mostly because I mean, I don't think I could use anything Snapchat wise. I wasn't able to take pictures. If I was connected to the Wi-Fi, I had to like connect to my own Wi-Fi to use it. They blocked a lot of stuff, so it's no different from that. But personally, I do feel like it just depends on where it is, who is it. It kind of is something that is in the hands of the parents, but parents sometimes don't do a good job at monitoring what their children can look at either.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like it's
Honestly, I don't think it would work for sure. Cause like when I was like young, too young to be like on the internet. Like Facebook, you had to be 18 to like make an account. So I'm a dumb kid. I just go, I was born in 1983. Bam, good to go. Let's go.
exactly.
yeah,
Me
no, see,
too.
we've
Me
all done that.
too.
Yeah. You just put in a just put in a date that's
You got your take?
I think I had to do that for
Fucking
MySpace.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah, I
So
didn't
it's
get it.
gonna be a
I was
little weird to enforce.
Okay, yes, that's true, but okay, so here's my thing on this whole thing. Like I know it's in Australia and I don't know if it's gonna eventually come to the US or anything like that, but the way I kind of connect it to us and like why I wanted to talk about it is because I feel like one thing that I always get reminded of is like with Twitch, obviously most of us stream and I think there is a age requirement for Twitch. I think you have to be 13 to stream.
Really?
I
There's
think
also
so.
a feature where that you could turn on where people have to do like their phone number or ID verification. The only
Hmm.
problem is it kind of filters regular people out. So if they're not old enough to actually verify, they can't watch you.
Mm. Yeah, but like for me, like I feel like it's so having this age requirement of 13. I'm glad there's an age requirement because I feel like not every person should be streaming on Twitch. Like I feel like kids really probably shouldn't be streaming on Twitch. And like I think like part of the reason for that is because, there are a lot of adults out there that are kind of creepy on Twitch, as we've seen from Dr. Disrespect and other, big creators and influencers start coming out allegations, all that. But not to say that, like, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, the adults being weird should ruin it for the kids. Like, that's not like where I'm coming from. But at the same time, like, okay, let's just say, yeah, screw the adults for being weird, and let's just have kids whatever stream on Twitch, but whatever, right? But I still feel like it's still weird for a kid to be streaming on Twitch because, like, even though not all adults are creepy, like not all adults are like that, but there's still a lot of adults on Twitch. You're still streaming to the vast majority of the audience being, either like there's still, like, okay, if you're streaming and you're trying to get a affiliate, you're trying to build a community, like, you're gonna have adults in there. And I just feel like it's still weird to have a kid that's like 13 or 15 streaming, and his audience is just adults. Like, it's not like, you know it's not like I can. And the reason why I like Twitch and why I like to, chill in your guys' streams is because I fuck with y'all. Like, I can relate to a lot of what you guys are going through right now, because we're all like around the same age. We all grew up with a lot of the same stuff. And I like to be chatting. Like, I like to, really just interact with y'all, say what's up, how y'all doing, like, topics on different things. I can't do that with someone that's still in high school, bro. Like, I can't be like, "Oh, how was your day at school today?" Like, I haven't been to school in like 7 years, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, like, on one hand, yeah, kids like shouldn't have this thing ruined because of adults, but on the other hand, it's like, what are we really, trying to create at the same time? Like, it's not like y'all really should be, I think, in this space too. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I do feel like there's like a certain separation, or certain barrier that kind of needs to be put there. Because, like, again, if you're a kid and you're a viewer, I think it's fine. It's one thing. But, like, streaming as a kid, when you're not like, and another thing I want to bring up is, I think if you're a streamer and you're on this journey to make content, potentially get big enough to be, an influencer or whatever, I feel like you have to understand that there's certain things that, you being this content creator or this influencer, you saying these things could be like held against you. You know what I'm saying? Or could be
Yeah.
used against you later on in life. And as a kid, you don't understand that. Like, you're still a kid, you're still just saying whatever the fuck, because everyone's be like, "Oh, well, I'm just a kid, like, he's just a kid. We can't hold him accountable." But it's like, no, if you are trying to be a content creator, and you're saying shit like this, then yeah, you should be held accountable later down the road, because you still said that. And that's why I think, yeah, maybe there should be an age requirement or restriction, because kids not understanding
That's
that,
true.
like, that's on them. Like, you should just, you should understand that, and that's why you see a lot of creators, like, get quote unquote canceled because of stuff they said on Twitter like years ago. It's like, well, maybe you should have waited a little bit before starting this influencer journey. So
Right. Like, you gotta really think about, like, once you sign that agreement, then, well, once you fucking touch the internet and start making any kind of comments, you gotta realize, like, anything you say at all, people can possibly go back in some way, shape, or form and just find the shit that you said and hold it against you. It's like, you really just gotta come down to really think about. There's some maturity you gotta have when streaming.
yeah.
You can't just say whatever you want. Then it's like, if you have somebody also in your chat, let's say if you're a young streamer and you let people come to your VC and you just want to, like, some kind of party chat, and they just start saying some random ass shit. It's like, yeah, they know you didn't say it, but it still happened on your stream. So either take down the VOD, or it's like, you gotta have that responsibility to, like, know. It's like, oh damn, are you gonna keep having people come to your stream like that? Because that one dude did that shit. Just said some random out of pocket shit. It's like, I don't think kids, especially like young people, is gonna, like, do that right off the
Right.
gate. I mean, it's like, oh, it was just one time. I just let it slide. It's like, nah, man, you can't just do something like that. It's just like, it really shows the maturity of, like, between, like, teenagers and, like, young adults, because
Mhm.
young adults would definitely just, it's like, nah, I'm gonna shut that shit down real quick. It's like, I ain't gonna give you the chance to do that shit again. Like, that was just an error. on my shit, I can't say it on my account.
Good time.
So I was like, all right, I won't do that shit again. Bet.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm pretty much in agreement with you for the most part. It's just that it is weird because I wouldn't go to like a young dude's stream. I probably was like, oh hey, it's like they probably stream a game I probably used to play as well. I probably getting a few pointers, some shit like that. But I probably won't stick around. Probably won't follow. But I'll
Right,
probably
yeah.
just watch to see if bro's struggling, because if he fucking dies and rage, I'm gonna laugh. Then I'll probably just dip out.
Yeah.
Mm.
XP, you got any thoughts on this?
No, this is
XP.
actually giving me a lot of. I'm just like, I also feel part of the issue. I mean, I feel like there are many angles to like look at this from, but
Yeah, it is, honestly.
also, I don't think Australia banning kids from social media till like 16 is such a bad thing, to be honest, because like you said, the internet has had a very.
It's a horrible place.
I don't think the internet is a horrible place.
It just got horrible people.
Like objects.
You
Objects
got a lot of
in their
access to brain
nature
rot,
aren't
though.
good
Yeah.
or bad. It's just how you use them. Like the internet, a lot of people have used the internet to do bad things and like, I don't know, bait kids. And
Kids are naturally curious, so they're gonna
kids
be
are
browsing.
naturally curious. But it's also been a place for many people to connect too.
I got access to
And
YouTube.
yeah, like if I didn't have the internet, I wouldn't have met you guys, like Mondi said earlier.
Sure.
But I guess it all really comes down to maybe how we regulate it, perhaps.
It's a funny thing you say that, because that was the whole thing back in 2019, where they was trying to regulate the whole
yeah.
thing, but we didn't want that. I kind of don't want that either. 'Cause I don't want it to be just, oh, I'm going to be, because how they was trying to do it was you had to pay a certain amount so you can get access to a certain part of the internet.
That's
And
not.
I'm like, ew.
I remember that.
That doesn't feel like a regulation. That feels more like, I don't know, a
That's how they gonna
scam
regulate it, bro.
or purchasing a
Yeah,
right.
it can be how they did for North Carolina. You know how they basically banned Cornhub.
Oh, did they?
That's a win.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they did that in Texas too.
yeah.
So now you have to make an account, and I'm not that dedicated, so you know.
Some people, I think, some places they said you gotta like put in your ID and information, all that, in order for it to give you access. But I think in North Carolina, it's just banned in general. You're not
Alright.
allowed to do it.
Shit, I just go
Good
to X
for them.
videos at that point.
We got options, baby.
Got options.
Shit, they post the Cornhub stuff on other websites. I don't need that. But that's neither here or there.
All right, so real quick, bro. X, I think you need to plug in your mic
down
fully.
control.
What do you mean?
Get like a
Down the
little
Closer.
no, like it's like whenever you talk, there's like a little, it's like popping sounds. It sounds like maybe your mic's not plugged in all the way or something.
Sounds like he's eating something.
All
Alright, what about now?
It's not like he's
Tell
boxing
me how
about
was
a
your
little
now?
bit.
tell me how was your day?
My day, let's see. I spent the whole day just on my bed watching anime.
What
It felt
anime?
very unproductive and unsatisfying.
Was it because
I mean,
of
I'm
anime?
doing laundry right now though, so
Oh,
Did you
That's
watch
pretty cool.
Sandland?
I haven't watched Sandlands yet. No, I want to. Kinda.
Just watch.
gosh.
Yeah,
I
I
kinda
still
want
hear,
to.
I
It's
still
like kind of
hear it.
popping.
Yeah, you guys hear it?
Yeah, I heard it
it's
like every now and then, like I
Hold
heard
up.
like a little pop.
Yeah,
Maybe
Probably
maybe-
unplug it and plug it back in.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
she said.
God damn it.
What?
while XP is doing that,
What about
like and subscribe. Did you
Oh,
know that the subscribe
True.
button lights up every time I say subscribe?
Even those little
Subscribe.
things like ding.
Did you guys
What
know
about
the
now?
subscribe button is free?
Subscribe. Look at it go. Subscribe. Ooh.
Crazy.
All right, XP. How was your Halo games?
Well, my Halo games were kind of dope until I lost that one Husky raid match, man.
There we go. There we go. Nice,
I was
nice.
not prepared for
Yeah.
that at all.
He's
Got
back.
rid
was
of the
like-
pops. Let's go.
You
I
saw
had
how
to
Monday
switch from
quickly.
my voice. I had to switch off from my voice mod.
Ah,
Like,
This man.
Oh. Got the
What?
popping voice.
It's
Nothing.
very useful gadget.
Right.
you saw how
Just take
quickly
off the
Monday
pop filter.
stopped him from
Man, you're
talking about
just
Halo.
a hater.
I say no money.
You're
Please
just
don't
a
care.
hater.
That's enough of that.
Third person Halo because you just have no taste.
He just wants something to look at. I don't blame him.
I want to see all my characters' assets. You feel me?
My characters have assets.
He wants the
I
ass.
was looking. It's just some guy.
He wants to
And
see
some
like somebody like his profile pic, bro. He wants to see all that goodness.
He didn't even look cool.
Bro,
He
XP,
did look
just
cool.
just stop talking, bro.
He does look cool.
You
He
keep
does
making
look
it
cool.
worse for
He does look
yourself, bro.
chiseled. He's
Shut up.
chiseled. He
Shut up.
works
He looks
out and
cool.
that's not what I sound like. Shut up.
Shut up, guys.
Oh shit. Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about some gaming. All right. What's y'all's game of the year so far? 'Cause it's been
Oh,
a
right, that is a
stacked
thing.
year. Game Awards coming soon. I'm not sure the exact date, but hey, there's been some heat this year, bro. For me, Stellar Blade, Sonic Shadow Generations, we got Sparking Zero, we got Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, like, bro, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, bro.
Come on. Half of those games are just remakes and also ports.
True.
And I
Silent
haven't
Hill
touched
2?
them.
I agree.
Another remake?
I'm thinking.
I feel like remakes should not be allowed to be considered part of the Game of the Year selections.
Okay,
don't
wait.
think so.
I forgot.
I don't think so at
the
all.
most important one. Tekken 8.
Because
Huh?
Persona 3
Tekken 8.
Reload came out this year. That shit was peak.
Does that
Yeah,
Yes.
Persona 3 Reload is
Yes,
yeah,
remake.
dude, yeah. A lot. There actually have been a lot of remakes, actually.
baby,
Persona
baby,
3,
baby.
I like
Marvel,
Metaphor
Silent
Refined
Hill,
right now.
all remakes.
I
Final
like
Fantasy VII Rebirth is a remake too.
Penny's Big Breakaway and
Tekken
Geek
8 came
Tower.
out this year, bro.
I know,
It
yeah.
did.
That's what I was saying.
Wow.
If Tekken
crazy.
8 doesn't win Fighting Game of the Year, I will riot.
Dead ass, bro. No way
It
it's
it,
not.
It
it
should
needs
win
to
that.
win, bro. It needs to
We're
win.
gonna go beat up Jeff Keighley.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's kick his
In his
ass.
fucking pockets.
Let's kick his ass.
He ain't gonna stop
no.
us. That's 5 black
That's
niggas pulling
fine,
up.
man.
He's cooked.
I probably said this before. I remember I was salty that Sifu lost that time to the game Stray. That game with the cat
Cat?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
game?
like, how does Sifu lose to the cat game, bro?
Because majority of the audience love pets and
I mean,
That game.
it's like, what do you do in that game? You just are a cat? Is there an
It's-
objective
yeah,
or just
I think
cat
it's
Just
just-
a cat.
I think it's just
You're
Cat
solving
Simulator.
like a puzzle. I ain't gonna lie, put
Honest-
me to sleep.
Is it like
Yeah.
Goat Simulator cool or it's just actual simulator?
No, it's just simulator. You're a cat just solving puzzles.
Cats
Yeah.
don't solve puzzles. Cats cause puzzles.
Where I mean, my cats solve puzzles. I don't know where you get your cats from, but I get mine from.
I
Special
found my
Edition cats.
cat in a dumpster. His name was Zorro because he ripped up my curtains. He was good. He was fun.
Using that 3 sword style. Huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do y'all got for Game of the Year right now? who do you guys think? Okay, what game do you guys think will win Game of the Year, and who or what game is y'all's personal Game of the Year
Honestly, I can't
so
even
far?
talk on this. I haven't been able to like purchase any of the games that have come
Listen,
out recently.
personally, I'm down for like Pizza Tower or
Was that this year?
Penny's Big Breakaway. Not this year, but for console, it's this year because that's when I got it.
Does that make it
I wait
eligible?
if I believe in myself.
I believe not.
So no. So no.
Okay,
Hmm.
all right, XP.
I'm just saying.
If The Last of Us remake #4 wins Game of the Year, you owe me $400
I'm not gonna agree to that.
because
But
you
based off,
know. Because you know.
did Black Myth Wukong come out this year? Was that
It
a
Yes.
I
did.
believe so.
Yeah, that's another
September.
big one.
All right, I have not touched that game or Sparking Zero, but if I were to vote for any of them, it'd be like those two.
Mm, that's valid.
Yeah, because like Sparking Zero, we've just been waiting for a long time, and everybody I've talked to says they enjoyed it. It's awesome. You know, it's definitely some like definitely reminiscent of Budokai. It just gave Dragon Ball fans what they wanted, and then Black Myth Wukong was a game we were super hyped up for a long time, and when we came out, it really delivered. And everybody has got good reviews about that. And once I get my hands on that, I'm gonna play it as well.
I'm gonna have your way with it.
That's not how I would phrase it, but I guess.
All right,
Hmm.
I'm looking at a list. I got Dragon's Dogma
XP
2,
voting for both
Helldivers.
games with Goku in it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he deserves it.
Sun Wukong, yeah. Sun Wukong both times.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I want Tekken 8 to win Fighting Game of the Year. I hope. I'm not sure if they're going to count Sparking Zero as a fighting game. They probably
Why
will.
not?
There's fighting in it.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
I feel
counted
like they will.
Sifu as a fighting game, so
There's fighting in it.
yeah.
If it's some form of fighting, they gonna include it in the fighting genre.
So if they do, I still want Tekken 8 to win. I think Tekken 8 really deserves it. And I'm actually like gonna work on a video soon about why I think Tekken 8 is getting a lot of undeserved hate when in the vast majority of the entire like post-launch support for that game, they have been very communicative with the community and with the fans, and like they've been honestly killing it in terms of support and everything. Like, yeah, maybe they're releasing stuff that was in the last game or whatever, but like I think they've been doing a much better job of post-launch support as opposed to every other fighting game that's come out recently, like in modern day, like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all the other games. And
Yeah,
so
like,
it kind of makes me mad that people are getting mad at Tekken 8. It's like, bro, Street Fighter literally is charging y'all for music, like, you know. But I really hope Tekken 8 wins Fighting Game of the Year. And other than that, for me, like Game of the Year, low key is between Stellar Blade and Sonic X Shadow Generations. Um,
Ooh.
it may like Rebirth may have had a say if I actually played it, but I haven't. Because I just didn't set aside the time. Same with Persona 3 Reload. I think that one also may have had a say in Game of the Year for me if I actually played it, but from what I have played, Stellar Blade was like it might be Stellar Blade, but Shadow Generations was such a crazy hype ride for me that I low key just I'm kind of caught in limbo between those two. But I think for like an overall new experience and you know what I wanted for like in an action game, Stellar Blade delivered really, really beautifully. So I would maybe, if I had to pick one, give it to Stellar Blade. And for also just being a new IP in general. But hey, Shadow Generations did their damn thing, and I think Sega deserves their flowers, bruh.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Sega's been working hard lately, I think.
Dude, they've been making the right decisions, bro, and that's what
They
I love to
have.
see. That's what I
Like,
love to see.
they've come far because, like, ever since like what I felt for like a long time, some of their ideas kind of just fell flat or just were remakes of Sonic games. But I mean, I guess Sonic Shadow Generations counts, but like
Yeah,
that's
man.
exceptional, so I don't want to count it.
They had a whole separate
But they've just
thing,
been
so it's
making a
okay.
lot of they've made a lot of good decisions. I think
They
as of
have
late,
been, yeah.
especially with like the new games they're about to release, like that new Jet Set Radio they're working on, and
Yep.
Yeah,
what
baby.
is it called?
New Virtua
Jet Set
Fighter as
Radio,
well.
Max?
Crazy Taxi,
Yeah.
Shinobi, I think.
Oh yeah, they're working on new Shinobi too. So I'm just really
Oh,
excited for what they're
new
doing.
Shinobi.
Sega's been working for it. That being said,
Check out.
on the topic of the game awards, so they have like a nominee. They have nominees for like each genre, right? And then there's the game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Or all right. So I think for RPGs, my nominees would be just Persona 3 Reload and Metaphor ReFantasia, because I've heard really good things about that. And again,
I
I
agree.
haven't played these games, but they've never, when it comes to like Atlas and RPGs, I feel they've never disappointed me. Like
Okay,
ever.
They
All
never
right, about
miss.
that. Mondi was
okay.
talking earlier. Like, do you have an opinion? Can you have a valid opinion if you've never played the game and only watched videos?
That's valid.
No,
Well,
in a
well,
sense,
well,
no.
well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later.
Roast him, Mondi.
No,
As
we'll
somebody who's
Siendo
played
Gen-
just about most of them though, and Metaphor Refund, I can say I liked it. I enjoyed it. I agree with that.
yeah, I've been hearing great things about Metaphor. Um, but what I was gonna ask is, does games like Zenless Zone Zero, like, because that came out this year, right?
oh yeah,
Like,
that game's fun
No.
too, despite
would that even count as like a RPG or?
It's
uh,
give them your money game.
Yo, imagine
they
they have
did
a
take
gotcha
out
game
a
category.
No, that feels more like a
That would be
gotcha. It's
funny.
definitely a gotcha.
yeah. There's
Who
Gotcha
gotcha the most?
GA. Yeah. But
Pokemon.
I actually liked Zenless Zone Zero. It's very stylish and fun game for anybody, really.
But would that game top Metaphor for you? Since you
I
like,
don't again haven't played Metaphor, but I think if I played Metaphor, it couldn't. The thing about gotcha games is like,
Gotcha.
yeah, exactly. I just feel that when it comes to like anything involving gotcha, even if it's like in an RPG category or a fighting category, you still have to count it as a gotcha game. I count them as separate from like other genres despite having genres in them. So like it could be a gotcha game that's also a fighting game, but I just count it as a gotcha game. Cause not everything's there. To get more content, you have to play more, get more currency, and then use that to get the content you want. But with another game, just released by a company, you buy the game and all the content's there, with the exception of DLC. But that's like, you don't have to buy more DLC to have all the content. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what is it? Multiverses?
Oh my God.
You give you a
They've been.
couple characters, but you gotta buy each character separately, which kinda is lame.
Oh,
It is.
I
The
don't
thing
mind
right.
about
buying characters and like having skins, and unless like it transfers over if I'm going to like different console version, all that, because it's annoying spending money on something that I'm gonna have to buy multiple times.
No, it really is. Like I get DLC characters, but like What? I buy the base game and then you're gonna make me pay $50 more for the rest of the roster, man? Nah, just give me the characters and then I'll pay for
That's why I
DLC if
felt
I want
salty with
to.
the finals. They let me get all the
Damn.
skins and all that in the beta, and then as soon as the game came back out, it's like, oh nah, bro, you grinded for that. Now you gotta play the game and earn it all back and buy it again.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so like, I feel gacha should definitely be their own category if they're gonna be included in the game awards.
Mm,
But
Yeah.
going
okay.
back to Zone Zero, that game, just I was like fiending that game for a month. I think for like a month, I almost didn't drop the controller. I was just in my chair, Zenless Zone Zero one day after the other.
Yeah,
It's
you played it
almost
on the
like
podcast.
Yeah, it was
yeah, it
super
was.
addicting.
I don't
Wait, I
know.
did? When was this?
You don't even remember because you were playing it so hard.
For real.
All those
Ah,
games look the same to me.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I think they're all made by the same, what is it,
Yep,
Hoyoverse?
Hoyoverse. Yep.
Yeah. So
So it is the same game.
basically.
Well, no, but yes.
Okay, so real quick, bruh, Otis brought up multiverses. Now I gotta go on a rant, bruh.
Let's
So,
go.
like, here's the thing, right? They
It's
just
about to go off.
dropped Raven
Raven.
in multiverses. One of my favorite characters
Roast
of
'em.
all time, right?
Get 'em.
So of course, and I will say, like, her design in the game looks really good. Like, I'm really in love with this design of Raven. So as soon as I seen that, you know what I'm saying, I was like, oh, well, it might be time for me to try out multiverses. So
Oh,
I
really?
did. So I did. And let me tell you, this game fucking sucks. This is the worst. There was
Oh,
It was
come
the
on, yeah.
worst. It was the
Come on.
worst game experience I think I've ever felt like playing a video game. And I'm not exaggerating because here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I went into it completely open mind. I was like, you know what? I actually really want to give this game a shot. I want to enjoy this game because hey, you know, baby girl's about to come out soon and I'm trying to have something to do with her, you know what I'm saying? But I liked how, you know, they gave you things to do, you know, you can unlock, you know, things like your profile card or whatever. They give you these little platform challenges to do for like single player. I was like, "Okay, this is cool." But every time I had to actually play the game, the gameplay itself made me want to vomit, bro. That game fucking sucks, bro. And like it's compared to other platform fighters, compared to Smash, it's not even close, bro. The reason this game sucks so bad and why I think Nick All-Star Brawl is 10 times better than Multiverses is because the movement, bro, the movement in this game feels so bad. It feels like every time I input something, it comes out 3 seconds later. It feels like I'm playing in lag and there's no lag. That's just the game's feel. And I'm just like, bro, like I'm literally pressing buttons and it's just, oh my God, it's so slow, bro. And it makes me sad because again, Raven looks so good design wise in this game, but it is so garbage, god awful, bro. Like you would have to pay me to play this game, bro, for more than an hour. Like it is so bad, and it's so bad because a game like this, where they have actual budget, where they have actual IPs that people care about, where they have actual like potential compared to Nick All-Star Brawl, compared to some of these other, you know, lower known or lesser known platform fighters, how you make a game this bad, bro? Like this is probably the worst platform fighter out there right now. And it has potential to be the best, but they made the game itself, the gameplay itself so fucking terrible, bro. Like it's actually insane to me. And even in Nick All-Star Brawl, when I was playing that game, yeah, it's a little janky. Yeah, it's not as polished as a Smash Bros. But at least you can still move. At least you can still input things and they come out relatively around the same time you input them. And I played with one of my friends, and we were kind of goofing around, having some fun. Again, it was still janky, but like the jank was more so just the characters like animations and stuff. It wasn't the actual movement, the actual feel of the game, and that's what I think is the most important, especially for a platform fighter. So it makes me so sad. Multiverses, bruh. Like I don't know, bruh. Feels like I'm playing in 15 frames per second, but the game is somehow running at 60. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if y'all have played the game, but
I have.
That
Yeah.
shit feel like some fucking ass. Like,
I mean,
I
I didn't
have.
think
I
it
haven't
was
played
that
it in a
bad.
minute.
Yeah, me too.
like
I didn't feel
oh,
the movement was that bad,
bro,
and
Otis,
I
when
thought the
you
game was
sniffle,
okay. But
just
then my
mute, bro.
friend stopped playing.
Oh, okay.
he did it again.
I honestly didn't think the game was that bad, but when my friend stopped playing, I stopped playing. But then they started adding new content as recently. I'm like, damn, that's good. Like they have the Powerpuff Girls as like characters now, and they kind of
Yeah.
fight like just 3 ice climbers, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too,
So
that they added them, and they look pretty cool, but I tried playing as them, and shit feels like ass, bro.
I might have to run it
Unfortunately.
back.
I feel like it's definitely like depends on how you look at it. Like if you casually, it's probably like I feel like even casually it's not really kind of fucked up. But if you're coming from Smash, like you've been playing Smash for a long time, then you go straight into like multiverses, like why the fuck the game feel like this? It's like
Mm.
I definitely feel the same way whenever I play like ranked. And I'm playing like Wonder Woman or some shit. I'm trying to do a whole combo like as quick as I can. I'm like, why am I like behind? And I
Mm-hmm.
get fucked up because of that shit. 'Cause I'm like, I'm trying to do like a set combo, but the game is just so slow that I can't really get out none of my inputs for real. I
Had
get
me thinking
blasted
it
for this
was my
shit.
Wi-Fi.
That's the same.
I was sitting thinking, I know my Wi-Fi is not jacked up right now. I know it's not me. It can't be me.
Because the weird thing is, I don't think this was even a problem in the beta, from what I remember. I think the beta was actually the right speed, but it toned it down. Like when they had like took the beta off and they made it cook, but I don't think they made it cook at all. And
It's a weird choice.
it
Just
is.
making it slower.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing is this because this is what I'm hearing from like people have been playing multiverse before Raven came out. I think they say either every Wednesday or Thursday they like have the players be better beta testers for like new mechanics or some shit. So basically they're adding stuff that should be already in the game into the game on like certain days during the week. Like shielding or teching the ground. Like shit that make it more like Smash, which they should have done it in the first place. Like I know they want to be unique and all that, but I feel like that all this shit should have already been in the game. Cause I like that we didn't have a spot dodge, a shield button. We had like an air dodge, but and like I like the fact they had like a parry, but it's like I feel like shit that made this a lot bearable of me just taking damage. Cause I feel like I could avoid like a lot of damage. I could like just shield and shit instead of me just relying on air dodges and parries. It's just really annoying to deal with, especially like certain characters with how unbalanced it was when the game first came out, and throughout like this time it's been out. It's like, bro, certain characters just you get demolished. So it's like a
feel
shield
like
button or a spot dodge would have been fine. Well,
yeah, I feel like they didn't put as much care into it as like the Nickelodeon people, because the Nickelodeon people were like melee heads.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they worked on what was that game that they made before?
like Mash
Something
Down? I forget what it's called.
with the fish guy.
Brawl something. I forget. I know what you're talking about.
Smash City? I don't fucking know.
But I feel like they do. They have looked at Smash because it clearly shows like with some characters that they fucking like Shaggy plays like Falcon. Fucking there's a lot of characters that they have in roster plays like certain characters. If be it that they play not like a complete copy, but it have like hints of it being like certain characters from Smash. But they were trying to do their own thing, try and make it more appealing to a doubles kind of game, which I feel like once they said, "Oh, we gonna rely more on doubles than it being like a single player experience for like if you want to do 1v1s, something like that," and that's where I feel like they fucking fumbled the ball. Because if you're just going to make a Smash clone, you should have just made a full-fledged Smash clone, not just leave stuff out because you want to be a bit different. Like, if Smash is doing it fine and people's copying it and they also doing fine with that shit, it's still getting like good reception, then you should just do that. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like nothing wrong with copying like your inspiration. Just put your own little unique spin to it. But it's like I feel like they went too far into like their own direction that really like turned off the initial fan base when they was playing the beta, and that's like tough. Like they had like a whole bunch of players when the game first came out, but they lost like I think they said 99% of their fucking players.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
lost a
fuck.
lot.
Actually, as a statistic, 99%.
Yes, bro,
It
that's
was a
ridiculous.
very
What?
large number. Like I'm not sure if it
Dude,
was
that's
99, but it was a
crazy.
lot, bro.
Yes,
If it is 99, that's like almost the entire player base.
yes.
Yeah,
It's a
They-
free to play game, bro.
they fumbled, bro. They really fumbled.
I will
Also,
say though, like,
was it Slap City, Otis?
Yeah, that's the one
oh yeah,
with the
Okay.
fish guy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
the duck bill dude. But I do feel like, despite like sometimes having to deal with the community and whatnot and the complaints we have about each other when we're playing the game, I feel like Smash is so just like perfect, untouchable. Like like what? It was the first game. Like what? It was the first platform fighter, right?
Um,
I don't think it was the first.
Or at least when you
But-
think like platform
Maybe.
fighters, you think Smash.
I think
Yeah.
it is, honestly.
it
right?
might be the first. It's definitely the most like successful.
They
I-
found,
yeah,
I think they found like an
like,
older one, but it
videos.
just wasn't.
I watched some of like Sakurai's videos. He wanted to make like a sumo game.
Ooh.
So technically, Smash is a sumo game because you're supposed to get them out of the ring.
Oh, that's
I didn't
dope.
think about it like
Okay.
that.
So he like, I want to make a game. I put all these random Nintendo characters in as like a test, and they were like, "I like that." Right?
Okay.
And it was like, oh, okay,
Okay.
bet.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's
That's
like
funny.
it's such an iconic game within its own genre that I feel it's hard if you come out with a platform fighter to just measure up to the legacy that Smash has. Like Smash feels so perfect that whenever I play another platform fighter, I just see Smash. I don't see another platform fighter. I'm
Like,
oh, this
okay.
character is new Falco, or yo, this is the new Kirby. Okay.
No. Okay. So here's the thing. I can understand where you're coming from with that. Like, I do think, if anything, this multiverses gameplay just shows how far they are from getting to that level of Smash's polish and everything, and how far we are away from like platform fighters ever being at the level of Smash. But I don't agree with like just because Smash is like the most successful to do it that there's no room for like competition, or there's no way anyone could ever be there's no way anyone could ever make a platform fighter as good as it. I think Warner Brothers just made really fucking dumb decisions, and I think they definitely could have made something like as good as Smash. I think like they have some pretty iconic IPs they could pull from. And I mean, again, you got characters that like would never be in Smash, like Raven, that like I care about, that's coming to multiverses. the gameplay itself, though, like I feel, I don't know. I think they have I think they have the resources to make the gameplay good. They just didn't do it with this game, and that's not to say they can't fix that, or if they lock in and listen to the feedback and really change things, hey, they can always make the game better. So who's to say, this competitor to Smash won't be multiverses in the future? But
As of right now,
yeah,
I
as
don't
of
know.
right
I feel
now,
like
it's
a lot of their business practices is like a turn off for me because I want to play certain characters, but that would require me to like play the fuck out of the game. But I don't enjoy playing the games, and since I don't enjoy playing the game,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to spend money in your game, or I
yeah.
don't,
No,
and I don't just don't play your game as a whole because the gameplay itself is just lacking for
so
me
awful.
personally. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm out. Just pull a shark thing on you. I'm out, bro. I'm sorry.
One thing I was gonna
You-
mention earlier, when you were talking, Chili, was the people I've talked to when they describe this game, and like from the beta to now, because yeah, I have heard from a lot of people that the beta was so much better. And someone said like going from the beta to now was like going from Melee to Brawl for Smash, with just how much they slowed
Yes.
it down and everything. And I mean, even that is probably not a accurate comparison, because to me, Brawl was still pretty cool. And Brawl probably still has way more polish than Multiverses ever will. Um,
Damn.
You're wrong.
but yeah, like just yeah, like it's just such a weird decision to just slow the game down so much. Like I don't know. It's like, how much disconnect do you have from the feedback of the community? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy, bro. But I think more so on the point of XP, what he was saying. I have heard good things about Rivals 2 that recently came out.
Oh, Rivals is awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
So
haven't played 2, but I played the first one, and with like all the workshop characters people were making, and some of them. It was Rivals is just great. Rivals is great.
Yeah. Even their base roster, I had a lot of fun with. 'Cause I remember I got the game on Switch because a homie of mine's like, "Hey man, you ever play Rivals?" Like, nah, not really. He said, "You should get on Switch." They just dropped it for Switch. Like, all right, bet. And some of the characters, I was like, okay, these characters are like you can tell like what characters was like not a copy of, but like was inspired by. And I was like, okay, let me just find the Marth of this game. I'm like, I'm having a lot of fun with this game a lot.
Bro, I hate that. What's that character called again? The one with the sword, dude.
I forgot her name.
Dude, the
Honestly,
stun is crazy.
Sword Mantha?
What? What are you talking
he don't know
about?
what the fuck we're talking about. Don't
I know, right? Like, he's always doing
like,
that.
don't let him gaslight you.
Yeah, Rivals 2 did come out recently, huh?
Yeah, on PC, yeah.
Damn, I have to buy that. Bro, Rivals. So, like, going back to the discussion, I do agree with Mondi. I don't think there's no hope for any platform fighter that comes out. I think he brings up a good point. But, Smash definitely has set a high precedent, and not every game that comes out needs to be compared to Smash. But I do think when you play
It
a
just
platform fighter
happens
like
though.
Smash, it just happens. It just happens. Like you just compare it.
Yeah, it's just
Like
like Mario
even if it's
Kart.
own thing, yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
content rich when it comes to Smash because like Sakurai is a perfectionist, so he try to add as much as he can within the time he has. And if he doesn't have the initial time, now that we have like updates and shit like that, he gonna add it through like either DLC or free updates. And I feel like definitely like other companies that could potentially like be a nice competitor for multiverses, rivals, and Smash is like if they want to, they literally can. They could be like Shonen Jump characters from their
Oh
catalog.
yeah.
Like
Jump
that, they could
Force.
easily be like
Jump Ultimate Stars.
no,
Yeah.
but I can definitely see them like really like because they got Bandai Namco. Bandai always like make them, and they fucking made Smash within like since fucking Smash 4. So it's like Bandai Namco had experience making Smash games, so they could easily make a jump force like Smash title.
Yeah, they made Battle Stadium DON.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, me either. What is that?
Really? That's a
Really?
GameCube game.
It's a platform fighter, I think. With,
Oh, was it like the Naruto, Goku,
One Piece,
and
Naruto, and Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball,
I
One
played
Piece,
that
Naruto.
once.
I feel like I've seen that one. I don't think I've played
never
it though.
I seen.
that.
I remember seeing trailers for that like on the internet, but I was like, oh, Japan only.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's always
Actually-
that.
What was that one game? Let me look it up. Like Japanese Hasbro had like a Smash game with all their weird toy things. No, it was Konami. Yeah, Konami also.
Oh yeah, Konami, those guys.
Yeah, I played that game once, bro.
Yeah, Konami had like a Smash game with all their like weird Hasbro things. It was like they had Japanese Barbie, they had Beyblade, they had
That had
Yeah,
they had
solid.
Simon.
Dracula, not Dracula, fuck Castlevania.
Yeah, I think I played that. So I played all those games on the same stream with a buddy of mine. Okay, he has had all these Japanese Smash clone games, and I remember playing Simon because that's the only nigga I knew.
You didn't know Tyson from Beyblade?
Give a fuck. No. I don't know what the fuck that
Oh.
was. I watched Metal Fusion and Up.
Yes, sir. Beyblade, let it rip.
I think
they
they
Let's
had like
fight
Optimus
and
Prime.
spin the metal.
Dude, I think they came out with a new one called Beyblade X. Like now they're climbing a tower, I think, or something.
Not the tower. Not Battle City.
Yeah, no, I
Tower
haven't
of
watched
God?
any of the new ones.
Tower of God reference. Nah, honestly though, like I haven't seen.
Dream Mix TV
I didn't even
World Fight.
finish
Yeah,
Beyblade
that's
Metal
cool.
Fusion. I didn't finish
I
Beyblade
watched
Metal Fusion, but
The original Beyblade.
the original Beyblade.
Is the tower like
Climb-
Pokemon? You know how they had the league, or they just climb it?
I have no idea. I just think it's on Netflix right now. I think. But
Yeah, I
Beyblade
played
Burst
that
is
one.
also on
Spin
Netflix,
out
bro.
your
Check it out.
bay now. Bring on
Beyblade
the
Burst is a good game.
power.
Right to the top, yeah. We'll
never
stop
give
it.
in.
I don't know what you
Here
guys
comes metal
Metal
fusion.
fusion.
Let's go,
Beyblade,
Beyblade, let it rip.
Metal
Yeah.
fusion, let it rip.
This is it.
Let
Get a
go,
grip.
get
Let
a
it
grip,
rip.
Let it rip.
That theme song isn't tight
Poetry.
as like the classic one for sure.
All right.
Let's Beyblade.
Yeah, get your old ass out of here, bro. It ain't Metal Fusion. This case is
Man, get your new ass out of here.
Yo, anything
Thank
with
you and your
metal,
generation.
anything with metal after Beyblade, because there was Metal Fusion, there was Metal Fury, and there was
Metal Masters.
yeah, anything with metal in it, bruh, that shit went hard.
But now there's Burst.
I got tired of
so
Jenga's
we gotta
voice,
check
though.
out Burst. Burst is actually looking really
That's
good.
fair.
I watched a little bit of Burst. It was decent.
What'd you think?
Picking up speed,
It was
running
decent.
out of time, going
I
head
didn't watch
to
all of it, but it was pretty good.
way of life. You gotta fall down and eat ground to get back up again.
Rock songs were like hype back then.
Bro, we were
That's-
just talking about like 4Kids having the bops.
Four
Like,
Kids was like on the ball, honestly.
for real.
Pokemon had like albums.
Did they?
They did.
They had
To
like
be a master. I had that album. It was
Soundtrack
great.
is an important part, man. It makes the best, it makes the
Like-
best storyline.
peak Pokemon. They had like songs out of nowhere, like in the middle.
They had songs after every episode, like the Pikachu's jukebox, I think.
like once
Really?
they realized Pokemon
I
was
think that
like
does. I
selling.
think I remember that.
that
Oh,
shit
they
was
they
selling.
locked in.
They locked the fuck in, bro. Like, they didn't
Rockets,
give a shit.
rockets.
I remember like, okay, I don't remember them right now, but if you started playing any Pokemon opening, I'd probably like know how it goes.
Does it?
Like
goes
Diamond and
on.
Pearl shit, bro. That shit went crazy.
You guys are too young.
How
Family.
does that?
I think I remember I used to
Remember
like the
Diamond and
Johto
Pearl
League
opening?
opening.
Oh,
Pokemon
Johto?
Johto.
Johto.
I
Pokemon,
don't remember that
Pokemon,
one.
Pokemon. Let's do it. I wanna be the very best. No one
Oh, bruh. Oh,
That one's
bruh.
always gonna be iconic.
test.
Okay.
I think that
Oh,
was on the movie. The
bruh.
movie said the
I
music
think it
too.
was.
I had like fucking Britney Spears singing this stuff.
Hey, yo.
I know
You
y'all
don't
heard the
remember that?
Pokemon. They played it
No.
like 1,000.
Yo,
Am I old?
eventually
I
we
was
need to
there.
do a anime
podcast.
openings, like top 10 or something, like.
We should
Mm.
separate it into like 4 kids and like everything else.
Everything else.
But
Cause like Naruto has some good shit, and like every single like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is good shit.
Yo, Haruka Kanata, bro. That
mm,
Naruto
Just
opener.
say
classic, bro.
Just say
Classic.
the opening number there.
All right, fine. Opening number 2. You uncultured.
No, I just need you to say the
Ba-da-da.
numbers because numbers is very easy for me. Everybody speak Japanese.
We are fighting dreamers.
Yeah.
Opening 4.
There's
Opening
that
4.
shit
Yep.
there. That
But
one was actually really good.
anyway. So,
Need
before we get too off topic, real quick down the line, what's y'all's game of the year so far?
Shit, I don't
I
think
like
so.
Sonic.
Sonic, okay. Chili.
What was that one? Concord? Yeah, Concord is for me, baby. Hell
Nah,
yeah, Concord all day,
man.
baby.
This man.
Oh damn!
How many stars you trying to see again?
Ain't no way.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, imagine they make like cause you know how they have the what is it, the voter's choice or something? Imagine they put Concord there and it won.
That would be hilarious.
That was like kind of like Cyberpunk winning. Didn't Cyberpunk win at one point for a game award? Or am I thinking of something
No.
else?
I don't
No,
know.
I think they had like best like redemption or something like that.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
think
like
it was
kind of
Cyberpunk
crazy
77.
because like the game initially came out with like a bunch of glitches, but they improved it. Finally got it in working condition, made it playable, and it was fun again. And then like the
Again.
game that had like such terrible reception starting out, and then turned into a really good game, won that its category instead of the other ones.
Yeah, it was really buggy, but the potential was there.
Yeah, the potential was there, but like
Game sucked. Anyways. Chili?
Got him.
Game of the year?
Oh
you
damn!
can't just drop that and not discuss
He
it.
said game sucked. Next question.
But
Next
Alright,
question.
I
fine.
think game of the year for me definitely gonna be Persona 3 Reload.
Arms.
Okay. Persona 3 Reload.
Like, I really enjoyed that game, like a lot. Like just coming from P5, and I really didn't want it to enjoy a lot more than P5. I just
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Just
Wait,
overall
really?
presentation. I would say in terms of overall, I think in terms of like detail, I think I prefer 5 still. But overall gameplay, I think I prefer Reload.
Yeah, you
Okay.
with your
How dissimilar is the gameplay from Persona 3 to Persona 5?
It's not dissimilar. It's just how they go about locations. It's
I
like
guess.
the thing for me.
Isn't like the dungeon for Persona 3 Reload more like, how do I say, structured and formulaic than it would be in
Yeah.
Persona 5?
So it's
Yeah,
like if
that's
you
how
play
I
Persona
felt.
5, it's like it's basically mementos the entire time. For the most part.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
still gotta go
that's
back
what threw
into
me. I was
Mementos
like,
later
damn,
tonight.
am I really just in here? Then it's something different and new if I'm finding out like a boss shit.
That's why I like Metaphor Refangia. I like them better mostly because I know it's made. It's supposed to be different than Persona, but it's made by the people who do it, and you can see the inspiration, but you can also see like a version of Persona could have been for that. That's why it's on my list for Game of the Year. I'll put Dragon Ball Spark Zero right after that. It's the amount of hype that it's got, and everybody was playing it. And even though I'd say the fan base is probably kind of dying down a bit, its numbers just going down. Mostly everybody's playing.
Dragon Ball never dies.
It
Ooh.
never
Yeah.
dies. It's
And
just, you know,
Kira
its
Toriyama will live
numbers is
forever.
going.
Legends never
Its numbers
die.
is going down for a
Legends
little
never
bit because
die.
people were playing COD, man. You know,
Yeah,
people are
COD
just
just
switching
dropped.
up on games.
Fuck
COD
COD.
just
Nah.
dropped.
Gotta have some variety. And it's all right. You could take a break from Dragon
Yeah.
Ball as long as you come back, and you are gonna come back. So, you
I'd
know.
also argue Space Marine 2. That one's pretty good. The numbers was pretty high for that one too, because they were picking up the slack from Helldivers.
Mm.
Is that not the same game?
Yeah, yes and no. No, it could exist in the same universe though. It could.
Okay.
Did anybody say Hi-Fi Rush? I forgot to say
That
Hi-Fi
was
Rush.
last year.
Oh yeah, that
Hi-Fi
was last
Rush.
year.
Oh,
That was
well,
last year.
Hi-Fi Rush 2 then.
Mm.
All right, buddy.
If they get it
Alright,
too.
Fuck what he said.
yeah. For me, I'm gonna say Stellar Blade. But we'll see. We'll see who wins, I guess. So, anyway,
Mm.
earlier we were
Okay.
talking about, XP head ass trying to, give his
I
opinion
just
when
came
he
back
hasn't
from
even
watching
played
Split.
these games. Otis
Okay,
was
so we
kind
are moving
of
on.
preluding to it, but yeah. What do you guys think gives you the credential to rate a game? Do you have to play it, or does watching a playthrough count as enough to have an opinion on the game?
I think it's really a
Listen,
matter of perspective, honestly.
I
Like,
think
just playing
watching
the
a
game,
playthrough is good for like story reasons, but like gameplay, you gotta play it.
Yeah, because you're not gonna
I
really
agree. It
experience
I do
depends on the
think it also.
person and the game.
Yeah, it is a game
Hmm.
after all. Not a movie.
Okay, but to counter argue that potentially, like I'm not disagreeing, but I do feel like there are certain games that I like watching more than playing, like watching other people play. Especially if it's for me genuinely a skill issue. Um,
Like Tales of
so
Berseria.
no.
or Elden Ring.
Yeah, yeah, maybe something like Elden Ring or something where like I don't want to play, but like I do want to watch someone play, I guess, if that makes sense.
We all have
Like
our
I
like people that you know that you can watch play a game for a story, or you can watch play a game to be funny. Like, nobody watches Dash EXP to watch him play like competitively. We're watching him to be funny because we
yeah,
know he can't. You know, his aim is not that good. So
He's just
yeah.
as fast as us.
Like I think there are some instances where you could watch someone play a game and they make the experience like better than probably you
Really?
just playing it, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like JRPGs, especially, I feel like you probably still give your opinion on it, just not in terms of gameplay, because you're kind of there for the story. Most
Mm.
like, especially for a Persona, you're not really there
I
for
don't know, that's valid.
like the RPG, like the actual like gameplay, because gameplay you can just play through it. Especially like you don't really need to like. You probably know like, oh, that boss seems hard as shit. It's like, well,
Not to mention, you're gonna be playing just like that through the entire game, so it's gonna get repetitive.
Right.
It's
yeah.
gonna be like muscle memory after all.
It's like
Right.
watch people play games like Ace Attorney or Danganronpa or just games in that nature that's like very story heavy based.
Yeah,
It's
story
like
driven.
yeah, very story driven. It's like I feel like you can give your own opinion and just say, oh, I feel like story probably dropped at this point, but once you got to this point, it's like pretty peak. It's like that kind of discussion. Yeah, I don't mind if people have their like little 2 cents in there. But if you're playing a game like fucking Devil May Cry or Elden Ring or some shit like that, you say, oh, this shit was like garbage. This shit was trash. It's like, nigga, did you even touch the game?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
those are when the backseat drivers come out. You gotta have this build. You need to do this. You gotta do that. It's like
You're stupid.
let me play the game.
Yeah.
Actually,
Let me suffer first.
I have a story about this. I feel like I told a little bit about this like earlier on the podcast, like a couple podcasts ago, but like I go to a bunch of birthday parties, because I'm old. And I was talking to some kid about like Cuphead, and he's like the
yeah.
Cuphead aficionado. He knows everything there is to know about Cuphead. Like he told me that the whatever vegetable boss, if you don't like do anything to the onion, he just like goes away. And I didn't know that. And I was like, oh shit. It's like, oh man, you must know a lot about Cuphead. You must be an expert. You know, I got my Switch right here with Cuphead on. You want to play with me real quick? It's like, oh, actually, no, I've never actually played Cuphead. It's like, okay, you're a fraud. And I think this also ties back into the what is it? What we were talking about earlier about young people on the internet. They're very
hmm
impressionable and like hyper fixate on whatever.
No, for sure, because like that kid won't know the frustration it was to fight that carrot, bro. Fuck that carrot. Fuck that nigga.
That kid.
Wait, no, it wasn't the carrot. It was the sunflower. Fuck that nigga, bro.
Yeah, sunflower.
He would piece me the
Yeah.
fuck up. I was like, bro, actually go
Sunflower.
fuck off.
That's like the entry.
Oh, bro, that shit was stressful. I went through so many emotions playing that game. Like, you won't like a game like that, and you say you watched it, you haven't played it. Yeah, I need you to shut the fuck up and not say anything, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's valid. Yeah, I like how you mentioned like RPGs because I think that's very true. Like I think for me, and the main reason why I brought this up or even thought about this topic in the first place is because I think I also mentioned this earlier on in the podcast like a few episodes ago, but I watched the GOAT Etika, rest in peace, play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I felt like from what I gathered from watching him play, like through the whole thing, I felt like I got enough of that game to like have an opinion on it. Like I feel like I could talk about the game itself because I watched the whole thing and the gameplay I didn't play, but I watched him play through it and I know it's not the same, but I do feel like there was a certain sense of like satisfaction from certain things that I could kind of take from what he would do in the gameplay and everything. But I know it's not exactly the same, but I think with RPGs in general, it is a lot of story. And bro, X, what are you doing?
He's eating.
What?
It's not like clipping his nails or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I was. I didn't think.
I fucking.
Oh my god, bro.
I thought I just. I'm sorry. I'm actually really sorry.
I didn't hear it until like it was real quiet. I was like, "What the hell?"
I didn't think it was loud, dude. I didn't think
It's
it was
so
loud.
loud, bro. It's like in my ear, like, bruh. Oh my god.
But Monday, just to like piggyback on you real quick. It definitely makes sense because like for some games like that, they actually give you an option for you to just be like, instead of you play on it easy, or did you play on easy or the goddamn safe mode for it to just be like, oh, if you just want to consume the story, my nigga, you can play that shit on easy or some shit. Like, you just won't.
Yeah.
Like the battles will be easy as fuck. You go right through it. It just be like a sweet ass time. You just want to like there for the story, not the gameplay. It's like, oh wow, like I actually thought that's really a good idea for
It is,
like
yeah.
people that want to
100%.
consume the story, but
Mhm.
don't want to like deal with like the bullshit that could be like boss fights or just overall just the repetitiveness of like fights in general.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, I'm yeah. Same way for me. I remember when I played through FF7 Remake and I was stuck on this one boss and I was like, bro, like I dead ass. I'm glad there is this challenge factor to the game and having to use different spells and different things, different strategies for different bosses. Like that's awesome. But low-key, I don't give a fuck. I just want to get through the story. So and I didn't know that there was an easy mode until I found it out. I was like, wait, there's an easy mode. And then actually, yeah, just lets you kind of go through the story, breeze through, the boss fights and stuff. And I'm like, listen, it's optional. So, gamers can't complain, and people that just want to enjoy can enjoy. Like it's perfect. Perfect.
For sure.
But yeah, I do think that RPGs, like for me personally, I think I'm more into the story aspect of action/story games, so that's why I'm really into like games like Devil May Cry or Kingdom Hearts or stuff like that. Whereas like more typical like JRPGs where you really have to spend a lot of time crafting and like leveling up your character, doing all this stuff with like your weapons, all that stuff. I know there's a little bit of that in Kingdom Hearts, but I think for like those type of games, like Xenoblade, for example, too, where you have to really like spend a lot of time in just like making materials and collecting all this stuff, crafting all this stuff, all that type of stuff to like level up your characters and stuff before you can really progress to the next part of the story, and you got to like grind an area out for a bit to level up and stuff. Like I'm not really into those type of games, I guess. Or like I am, but I care more
Just
about the
grinding
story.
parts.
Yeah. The grinding and all that, like I could do without, but the story and stuff is what I'm really invested in. So I feel like when it comes to watching someone play through it as opposed to actually playing it, RPGs I think kind of make sense to where it should kind of still count for someone to have an opinion, I guess. But a game that isn't, and then like you guys were saying, like Danganronpa and those other types of games where it's mainly just story. In terms of gameplay, you're maybe just clicking a button or something, like choosing an option, but it's not, like a Telltale's game or whatever. Like you don't need gameplay hands on to really, be able to say whatever about it. But I think games that are not so much story and like really strictly gameplay and stuff, like I mean, just off the top of my head, a game like Fortnite, right? Like you're hopping into Fortnite and you're playing, you're doing something, right? You're not really talking about story or anything. Those games, I think, yeah, you got to play them to have a say. Like you can't just, I mean, you can watch people play the game, but I don't think it's the same as actually playing it
Yeah, you're
for
not
certain
getting that
games.
full experience for sure.
Yeah.
No, I think I understand. Because, like, in RPGs, like turn-based RPGs, right? All you have to do to play turn-based RPGs is execute an action, and it's really easy to execute an action. You just press one button, and it's
Right.
done. But games like Fortnite and fighting games, those require you to do, like, input a lot of actions and react to the... There's a lot that factors into the actions you have to execute, and all of that creates the experience.
Yeah.
Whereas in an RPG that's turn-based, executing actions and progressing the story creates the experience. So
Yeah.
watching someone play that, I guess, doesn't exactly feel all too different from playing it on easy mode itself, because it's an easy experience to simulate.
Yeah, because let's say if Monday was fucking streaming Persona 5 or some shit, and he just want to play the story, so he put on like safe mode or easy mode. Chat's probably gonna be like, whenever he's in the fight, he's gonna talk about whatever the fuck, any like topic that comes to mind. And same with Monday, he probably like engage with the chat. But what's his story? They all gonna be like, oh shit, shut up, lock in, and y'all like listen to like what's going on type shit. Then once like cutscene's over, y'all probably talk over. It's like, oh, bro, you saw what just happened? Yeah, have like a little small discussion type shit. It's like that kind of thing. Is like that's like that kind of engagement. So it's like even as a viewer, it's like you don't have to play the game per se. It's like you getting your viewer experience through Monday and with chat. So it's like y'all all kind of experience it as like a whole.
Yeah.
The experience is very similar. Yeah.
Okay, XP, we get it. Damn. He said experience like 10 times just now.
Bro's trying to
Oh,
like.
hold up.
Hey,
I'm not
bro
trying
saying
to...
subscribe and follow to my
Yeah,
channel.
for real, bro. This is the experience podcast right now.
Please do.
What, bro? Wait, low key? Might have to do that for one intro. XP says, "Welcome
Actually?
to the experience."
I mean, I don't know, man. Could you afford it? It's a very iconic intro.
Not can you afford it? The same.
Can you afford it? Can you
I
afford
mean,
the experience?
is it iconic? I feel like you don't even do it anymore.
I
It's
don't.
fun.
Honestly,
To keep it iconic.
One
think, like-
day.
I believe the best example of me watching somebody play like a game that I kind of had no urge to fucking play it because I played it initially as a kid. It was like
Elden Ring.
Sonic Dark Brotherhood or some shit. I think that was called.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
DS game.
Oh, that one on DS that got a lot
Yeah,
of
bro.
hate.
I love
Like
that
that.
game. Well, as a kid,
like-
as a kid.
Like that music was
So
ass. I
weird.
remember getting lost. I was like, I'm not really having fun with this game. Then I watched like Kabana Mine 456 play through. I was like, you know what? Him
Yup.
playing through it and me just watching him go and actually listen to the story. I was like, you know what? This is fine. I just wish the game was better, but this is fine. I kind of wish that game wasn't their first experience of Sonic going through an RPG. It could have been a lot better. Like they had BioWare do that shit, and they did like most of like the Star Wars games, like the Knights of the Old Republic. If y'all know what that game is, it's like very loved by Star Wars fans.
It's a really good game.
That's why it's like yes, it's so good.
It's a good game.
But it's just that it's just unfortunate that was Sonic's first RPG outing, and it's bad.
Yeah, that was my first RPG actually.
If I'm interested in the game, I don't usually watch too many people play it, not unless I like. If I'm curious about the game and I haven't heard anything about it, and if it captures me on attention within like the first 5 minutes, okay, I like this game. I'm not gonna watch anybody else play it because I'm just gonna mind. But sometimes if I do have access to the game, or if I don't, I can't play it, and I'll just watch everybody else.
It definitely depended on the game for me, especially when I used to watch LPs back in the day. Like, remember when the 3DS was like really starting to pop off, and like 3D Land came out and New Super Mario Bros. 2 came out, and I watched Combine Mine. I was like, I probably want to own a 3DS for a little bit, and I really like his content, so I'll watch it anyway. And most likely, I'm gonna forget all these routes anyway, so it's gonna be like a new experience for me. So that's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard because like sometimes when there's a game, especially I guess that is kind of story or action, like I literally pre-ordered Stellar Blade because I'm not trying to watch anyone play it. Like I want to play that all for myself, you know? So I feel like I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but do y'all feel like if you watch someone play something, like you don't have as much reason to get the game anymore?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
It's not that.
It
some
depends on the
games.
game.
I still
Yeah,
play it.
like-
Some games like that doesn't have replayability. If you've seen it once and you're done, then it's like, okay, there's no point in me buying the game. I already seen everything.
Yeah. If it's a game like that, yeah, I agree with Midas on that.
Like
for
Going
game,
back to the RPG thing again, you know, like it doesn't take much to.
like seeing it once, it's like, oh, that's cool. But if I want to experience it again, I probably wait like a good few years until like I haven't seen this in a while, and I know I watched so and so play it, so let me play it for myself and see how that goes, so I can get that gameplay experience of him when he was struggling like some bosses or some shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think it's just different for different games, cause like
for sure.
A long time ago, I was like really interested in like Mother 3. So I watched like a whole bunch of like gameplay videos of like the whole like playthrough of the game by like Chugga Conroy. And then I was like, damn, that game was really fucking cool. Like story wise. But like you're missing like a lot if you don't actually play it, because it's a really weird game.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, and then I actually bought the actual ROM hack cartridge in English and played it on like a DS. I mean, I already knew the story, but there was still like something you're missing with the gameplay, because like there's a bunch of weird stuff. Like there's at one point somebody asks you like, hey, can you wait here for like 5 minutes? And then you wait there for like actually 5 minutes and he comes back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of felt the same way with, because I also used to watch Sugar Conway, and I remember I watched his Ocarina of Time 3D playthrough all the way through. And after I initially watched it, I'm like, I still really want to play this game because I want to experience all the exploration, despite me watching this nigga. Because I don't know, because I think also a factor is when you're young and you got no job, no money, and your parents tell you no. So you just
Yup.
watch the games that you want to play.
Yup.
And once you finally got the chance to play the game, it's like, oh fuck, time to experience this shit. And
Man,
then
that
you
was
kind
me
of just
with
forget.
GTA 5. That was me with GTA 5. Should I have to buy myself GTA 5 to experience that? My parents wasn't gonna buy me GTA 5.
Yeah. So I think that's why a lot of people probably like watch niggas play games, because like definitely the younger people didn't
Mm,
own games and couldn't get games as frequently as other people. So it's like
right.
just watching them. That's probably the only way you can like really get that experience in for a game you really hyped about.
Yeah.
I
That
think I
kind
missed
of
that generation because I'm old. Because we didn't have like let's plays for like every game coming out. So
you didn't watch the Rad Brad?
not really.
I
Listen,
would
we
say
had
I
like
grew up watching the
Hollywood
Rad Brad.
Video, so I would just go rent a game for a little while.
You forget Otis is
Mm.
an older
You gotta
gentleman.
love that red box.
Yeah,
Gamefly?
not game, not even like Blockbuster or like Hollywood Video had like a little game
Yeah.
section.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they did.
Nah, yeah. I used to rent games whenever I'd be at my dad's for the summer. Got that I remember playing, what was it, X-Men Origins Wolverine, the game.
Yeah,
I beat
Oh,
that
that
in like a
game was
day.
so gory, dude.
Oh yeah, I had that for GameCube.
hell yeah. I used to rent
GameCube.
PS1 games.
GameCube.
I
I
remember Brother
guess.
got that shit on
GameCube.
DS. That shit, he
Yeah,
was so
game.
mad. He's like, wait, this isn't what it looked like on the fucking Game Informer. Nigga was so
Bro, I
pissed.
miss low key. I miss being a kid going into GameStop, bruh. Like that
Bruh,
You used
feeling.
to go to
That feeling
It
GameStop.
hits
used to feel
different,
so
bro.
worth it back in the
Just
day when you walk in the GameStop.
browsing.
No, as a
GameStop
kid,
look
it hits different, bro.
merchandise now.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
not hit
Now
Nowadays,
you
now.
already like, bro,
yeah.
y'all scamming me.
Yeah,
They got
yes,
t-shirts.
I
yes,
know how you
bro.
operate, nigga.
Yes, bro.
I know how you work. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah, bro, for real. And then also, I don't know if you guys had this, but there was like, I think it was called Rhino Games or something.
Nah.
That I think I got. I think my mom bought me Sonic Adventure 2 at that store, and I was so happy
Oh,
as a kid, bro.
let's
Still
go.
remember looking at that, the black and blue disc. Oh man,
So dope. I still got mine. Yeah.
hell yeah, bro.
Oh, it's my Wii. I like
Wait, black and blue, like black and blue boxing? Black and blue boxing?
No, no, the disc, like the
the
disc
disc,
Ah.
color disc.
for the GameCube. Yeah.
Yeah,
So dope.
I like
Shoot.
GameCube.
GameCube.
My GameCube's broken.
I do miss watching LPs. They don't hit the same no more.
Mondy? I
Um.
have
Oh yeah. So
spent so many points on those playthroughs. I don't even remember them.
so that reminded me. It's funny that we were talking about like watching playthroughs and stuff because isn't, I guess, that the reason why Sakurai didn't put a story like in Smash Ultimate? Because
Yeah.
people,
Really?
or he said he didn't want people to watch it like on YouTube or whatever.
Because you
yeah.
would get so pissed off for like Subspace Emissary got like
Yeah.
uploaded on YouTube immediately, and it's like, all right, fuck you guys, no more of that.
Yeah, that sucks,
Wait,
dude.
really?
Subspace Emissary was probably like one of the coolest things
It
to ever
was
happen in
so
Smash.
Cool, bro. All the like the Fire Emblem characters teaming up with Meta Knight
Yeah, dude.
right in a castle. Like
The character
what?
interactions were so fire, bro.
Bruh.
It
Honestly,
is funny.
it
He
might
saved it
be.
for like the trailers, I guess.
I don't think it's saved for the trailers. I think they just saved it for like the DLC 2, Fire Pass 2. Because if he would have if he would have done it for the, if he would have done like full cutscenes for like, goddamn Spirit World, what the fuck you call it,
Mhm.
I feel like most of the budget Well, I only went to like that first set of DLC initially. I think probably would have been done.
Could be, yeah. I really wanted that though, because the way they were like hyping it up, the World of Light mode with like that intro cutscene, I was like, yo, this is it.
Are we back?
We're getting Subspace Emissary, and no,
Nah.
it was
Right.
indeed not it. Yeah.
It's
It
alright.
wasn't
It's
the
better
same.
than the Wii U version of story mode because that was lame.
We didn't
Yeah.
get Spider Man Wii version.
It's like a
bro.
board.
Yeah,
Nah,
we
Wii
didn't
U.
even get one.
That was just adventure mode. That was just classic mode, bro.
Yo,
It was just
Smash
classic
3DS
mode.
had like Smash Run. That shit was fucking cool. But Wii
Yeah.
U had like a board game thing. It
That
was
shit was
horrible.
boring. That shit was garbage. That shit was ass.
Wii U had a board game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fucking dumb. I hated it.
I only played it just so I could unlock a stage, and that shit was
It wasn't like just the classic mode?
No,
no.
it was like some weird
I mean, no, they did have
Uh,
classic mode,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that shit was
like adventure mode, I guess.
no, it wasn't like adventure mode. It's still classic mode. It just had a different way of doing it compared to like the 3DS version of it.
The
Yeah,
3DS had Smash Run.
Wii
Smash
U was
Run is
weird,
underrated. Bring it back.
but
It was.
yeah, the Smash Wii U, it was weird. But yeah. Also, since we were talking about Atlas games, I just have to let everybody know that Catherine is my favorite Atlas game. And
Oh, that one where you get to date 3 chicks or something?
Which Catherine?
I
have you
full
played
body,
Catherine X?
but I haven't
No.
like.
No,
Anyways.
I watched it. Watch Mondy. Which
I
the
forgot about
Catherine?
Catherine. I never did finish it.
Yeah, I mean,
It is a
Like-
great game. You
It's not
all
bad.
should play. I love that game so much. It is, I think,
it's actually kind of fun, low key.
It
I got it for
is.
the Persona 5 DLC for the full body version,
mm-hmm.
but I didn't play the story for real.
Do it.
Yeah.
But
So
doing
the-
like the puzzle blocks, that shit was kind of
Yeah.
addicting, low key.
Yeah,
Like-
dude.
It reminds me of a game I used to play on PlayStation 1 called Intelligent Cube. I used to play that game all the time as a dumb child. Play that game. Intelligent Cube. IQ. Cube with a Q.
Put it in podcast chat so I can judge you.
Yeah.
It's man, it's a
Wait,
PlayStation.
what did Midas just put, bro? Black and bruised?
Black and what
This
now?
dude's putting
It's
it.
that game that I thought you were talking about earlier, but it's
He's
an old
kinking it
game I
up.
used to- It's an old game I used to play on
I
GameCube.
gotta check out like podcast chat more. I'm not gonna lie. I just like
We be having all the
I'm never in here.
visual
is-
fucking flair for you guys.
This is Punch Out? But with
Looks like Punch
Jonesy
Out.
and
Like a
Beerus
Punch Out like
looking
game.
like Joe Biden? Oh, wait, no. I mean Joe,
Joe
Budden.
Biden
Joe
is
Budden.
crazy.
Joe Budden. Budden.
Joe
Budden. Budden.
is insane.
I meant Joe Budden.
Blast.
Biden blast.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm crying.
Hold up. Hold up.
Intelligent Cube.
Let me look at this game. Bro, I think isn't this the same game? Bro, this is just the one game on coolmathgames.com.
No, it's not. It's not
But
that.
no,
It's not
actually, That's
Blix.
exactly what it is.
Cool
bro.
math
Hold up.
games.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
remember Cool Math Games, bro?
No,
That's exactly what
you're
this is.
you're moving a dude in this game. You're not moving just blocks.
Okay, so cool. Okay, so the same game with extra steps then.
No, it's not. I'm not trying to defend the game, by the way. It's just that what you're comparing it to is not this game.
Yeah, I think Catherine is an amazing game. I think it might be in my top 5 games of all time. Like, the crazy thing is, every time I've seen someone play the game, I was like, "Wait, this is so cool." The story, it's just I'm into it, and I love the like, you know how Persona has their aesthetic where they choose a specific color, and I like how Catherine, they have pink, like it's pink and black. Like I love it. I was always scared to like actually buy the game and play it because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get the puzzle gameplay aspect. Like, it looked kind of confusing and kind of hard. Once I actually started playing it though, like, I was like, I fucking love this game. Like, I love
Mm.
it so much. And yeah, it's probably up there in my top 5 for me now. So yeah.
I ain't getting curious to re-download this shit and play it.
Yeah, dude. Like I love it. It's I think my favorite Atlas game so far. Yeah, because I mean, like,
I haven't played Persona though.
Persona is cool, but it's so long, you know. Like,
Yeah, it's still a game where you
Rough
gotta like
long.
commit a lot of time to.
it's
wanna
at
see
least
the
100
Persona
hours, and it's like Catherine isn't that, so it's just nice, and you get different endings. I think it's really cool, but I think it's one of those games where I think is really cool and I love it, and I don't think it gets talked about enough. So I had to, you know.
For sure. Could they basically use that engine from what I heard? Like they'll test out before they made Persona 5.
Mm, that's fair. But yeah, um, I mean, shit, I don't think there's anything else that I had for us to talk about unless y'all have anything you want to talk about real quick
Arms.
outside
I
Just
of
a
don't wanna
arms.
quick
talk
thing,
about
real
arms.
quick about Sonic and Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't played it yet, but I still have like some kind of like opinion about how it was packaged and fucking distributed out to like the public.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of like them doing the whole Sonic and Shadow Generation thing, I'm fine with that. I don't mind it. But I just kind of feel like they kind of had to have done it that way because if they would have sold Shadow Generations by itself, that probably would have been like a $40 game, most likely, or some shit. Hell, maybe 30, because just
Yeah,
from like the
maybe.
content they had, from what I've seen, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is like 4 hours or some shit,
It's
Hmm.
like
or
6
like
hours.
longer, 6 hours
Yeah,
longer.
around 6 hours, I would say. But yeah, like it's pretty short. Yeah.
Yeah, just like it's just from like the gameplay I've seen. It's like so this is basically what Frontiers gameplay wise should have been
Mm.
from what I'm seeing. Because
Mm-hmm.
like my whole thing about Frontiers was like, okay, you got this big open world, which is the best part of it, from in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got these individual levels that you can access it within those worlds. But those
Mm-hmm.
worlds was kind of like watered down versions of like either new stages that they come up with or just rehashes of stages but with no detail.
Yeah.
But with Shadow Generations one, they kind of just redid all those from the ground up, except for like the last two, like with like, Forces and the Frontiers, which still doesn't make sense to why he was in that in Frontier stages when that takes place after Generations, but whatever.
Hey,
But
it don't make sense, but it was a gas level, bro.
Time travel.
but I feel like without them adding Generations on top of it with Sonic Generations, then
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Generations wouldn't been a thing, because it felt like it really did feel like Frontiers DLC, and they probably would have just put that onto Frontiers DLC. But they know they couldn't just do that because it was like we need to like have this thing on its own merit and have it come out. But we probably asked Sega like we need something Shadow related in terms of the game. Also like, well, what can we stack with that for us to really like have it, compare it to? And it's like, well, Generations was like us was like the next game they could probably like package it with because they already did Colors and Colors Ultimate was you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
so it makes
It's
sense.
very, very similar to like Mario 3D Land with the
Oh yeah.
Bowser's
Bowser's
DLC.
Fury. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, even down to like the menu.
Mm.
Nah, the UI in Colors Ultimate was fucking dog shit. Like that shit was.
That was funny.
I didn't play Colors.
Oh,
Well, if you play Colors, just play the Wii
play the
version, bro.
Wii version, or
Don't
just
play.
watch the
Oh, I
Mondi
played the
stream.
DS version actually.
Actually, just go watch the LP from Kanbana Money. You be fine.
Yeah, play the DS version again.
Yeah, that basically just Rush 3.
The DS version was it was Rush and it was
Yeah,
like
that's
it was
that's what
alright.
I've heard. I didn't
It was
play it
just
on
Sonic
DS,
Rush.
but
It's really good. I honestly prefer Colors DS over Color Wii.
I heard in Colors DS there's like a final like boss of like Mother Wisp, right?
Yes.
No, I
Yeah.
played the
And
DS version.
you played it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose?
Yeah, I
Play it
played the
right now.
DS version.
So
Oh,
DS
shit.
version basically like you see all the characters, like Silver, Omega, Blaze, Shadow.
Really?
Yeah, throughout the story, and then you
Damn.
go Supersonic to go fight the Negative Mother
big-
Wisp or some shit.
The what
Dude,
wisp?
that sounds
So
better
you know
than
how
the
she go all
original.
dark and shit. It is. and then at the time you can play multiplayer with niggas too. It's like, bro, online.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, I
come on.
always thought it was
DS.
weird. I always thought it was weird how in Colors there's no Supersonic boss. And
But yeah,
I also was like,
They did have. You have to go through a whole like rigmarole.
well, I also thought it was like, I thought Colors was the perfect opportunity for them to bring back Hypersonic, but that didn't happen. So
Nah.
It's funny because a lot of fans would love Hypersonic, including myself. But bro was like, well, not using Naka. What the fuck is his name? The other dude that now can the head of Sonic team. I
The
forget his
teeth
name.
guy.
Don't refer to him like that. That's
Stop.
foul.
Damn.
That's
What?
but whatever his name is, he
Yeah,
says
that
like
guy.
they didn't like the concept of when they did like the Super Emeralds, when they did it the first time in 3 and Knuckles. So they say that those are in a whole different dimension. They can't be accessed, shit like that.
I guess
Yeah.
they could have just like had artificial hypersonic for like the Frontiers thing. Monty hasn't
Or
played it yet.
yeah, I haven't played it yet. I was gonna say they could have just like made like a hyper like a Wisp version of Supersonic or something, because I just felt like Colors just it was missing something, you know. But
It was.
it is what it is, I guess. Apparently, the DS version had everything, so.
Yep.
Everything I could ever ask for.
Isn't
But
amazing.
speaking of having everything you could ever ask for, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of
Whoa,
the
hold
podcast.
on.
And I guess it's time for me to mute Otis really quickly.
No,
So yeah, with that being said, that is gonna be it for
Not
this
the
one.
Raid Shadow Legends plug.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in
Otis.
to the episode. And yeah. Anybody want to say anything else before we end it?
I kind of want to let Otis continue advertising.
Well,
Raid
he's
Shadow
muted right
Legends.
now, so please do not acknowledge him.
Just remember, chat.
I can
that-
still hear him.
Yeah, I know he's so fucking loud. You can hear him through my
Yeah,
fucking
no, you
headset.
have to mute him yourself.
God
All
damn
right,
it.
well, I'll
All right,
just
he's done.
Raid
server
Shadow
mute.
Legends.
All right.
All right, but honestly, guys, if you want to like consume any kind of like gaming content in terms of like story or like action, you can just be mindful about bringing off your kind of opinion, because if it's action based, then shut the fuck up.
Yes, that's the takeaway.
That is the
I agree.
takeaway.
Don't
nothing
have
else.
such a strong opinion if you haven't
Nothing
played it
else.
yourself, and if you have, open your mind to new things.
For real, for real.
I like that.
Why make it sound nicer, bro? You gotta show it to them. Let them know.
All right, everybody. Take care. Thanks for listening, and we'll hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Later, Gators.
Bye.
Well, Light, it's been interesting.
キラだから